Next up, we have Truth, Beauty, and Hatred from the Hollow Knight Hidden Dreams soundtrack by Christopher Larkin. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician and composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here musically. So, if you like the sound of that, make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, if we somehow reach 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas 2025, and I can't believe this is actually an actual possibility, thank you everybody once again for being here, I will take a single fanfiction of the choice of the community, whatever y'all want. You pick one, I'll grab that one fanfiction, and I will fully produce, record, and voice act an audiobook for it. However, we have to reach 10,000 through legitimate means. No account duping, no botting, nothing like that. Share the videos, bring people to the community, use the YouTube hype function. I don't know how it works, but we have people in the community that do in the Discord, so link down below. And members. If you are a paid member on YouTube, you get access to the content, early access. So, yes, how about the Doors mod? I don't pick the fanfiction, whatever y'all want. So yes, if you're a paid member on YouTube, you get early access. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you are a paid member on YouTube, regardless of tier, you get early access. You get access to the videos when I schedule them, so on Saturdays. So become a member today. Two disclaimers. Number one, this is my first time listening to this, so I will be pausing a lot, and I will be speaking a lot, as I will be pointing things out as I hear them or as I realize them. And number two, this is recorded live on stream on a single take. I already stumbled upon my words. I will do it again. Whatever happens, happens. And with that being said, let's do this. Truth, Beauty, and Hatred. Let's go. Okay, so we start with the Ara Ara was not part of the music. So we start with percussion. We have an orchestra going on. This is our first orchestral piece in a very long time. So we start with our orchestra. We start with our lower end of the string orchestra, giving us an initial accompaniment, doing partial arpeggios in what is called tremolo. So first, let's explore the structure of an orchestra, because it sounds like we're gonna have an orchestra. We brought in a solo violin, giving us our motif, our melody, our motif. Motif being the smallest version of your musical idea, the seed, the essence from which everything else comes from. And yes, tremolo in music, tremolo is at least when it comes to classical music, is what we're hearing. The violins, I think this is the violas and the cellos going da 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 da, doing arpeggios as well. So tremolo, arpeggio. Arpeggio is when you play a chord one note at a time, and in this case we're just playing two of the three notes. Usually chords are three notes, they're playing two of them, going back and forth, plus the orchestral percussion. Let's see where this goes. So yes, we're having the violin giving us this beautiful melody, exploring and developing our initial motif. We have the percussion. We have two sets of percussion, really. We have one of them giving us the higher end, which is more like shakers and sticks, giving us that sense of speed. And then we have a lower end with, I think it's the timpani. I think we have timpani and maybe a bass drum as well, playing a little bit quieter, giving us an accent to the rhythm. So accents in music, accent is not to be able to tell if somebody is from, I don't know, like Portugal or Brazil. It's to be able to, it's for accentuation, which is to highlight specific points in the rhythm or the beat, which you can hear with the more bassy drums, in which case I think this one is a timpani. I think we have a timpani doing some timpani action. By the way, timpani, it's my favorite percussion. It's my favorite percussion instrument. Is these big boys over here. They are bassy as hell, but they're also pitched, which means they can play notes at the same time. Neighbors, welcome today. How you doing? And yeah, we saw that Felix passed away. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. I don't know him, but I didn't know his work. But you know, public figures dying. It sucks. Anyway, so yes. The timpani, I love this instrument. It's a very difficult one to compose for because, as you can see, you only get one drum at a time and you can only set them to one note at a time, which means you can have upwards to 4 notes for this whole instrument. So you really have to compose with those limitations in mind. But the instrument itself is absolutely beautiful, extremely powerful if you know how to use it. For example, the I think it's the Planets by Holst. I think it's that one. You know, bam, 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 bum bum, and then you hear the drums, right? Rum bum 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 bum. That's a timpani. That's the most famous piece for a timpani. That's how powerful an instrument it can be, and I think we have that right now with the basses doing their thing. Let's see where this goes. We repeat the melody with a slight variation. Beautiful melody. He's the only person to break the sound barrier while skydiving. As far as I know, the person who skydived from the most height. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so I did hear a little bit. So now we're changing hands, or we're changing instruments over here. Let me hear this. Go from solo violin to... we bring in the woodwinds. We bring in the winds. So we now have what I think are flutes, complementing what the violins have been doing, giving us those staccatos. So staccato in music, staccato is when you play in short bursts, right? Which you can hear. That's staccato. We're having the flutes playing that, and then I think this is the French horn. The French horn playing the melody now. And as you can hear, a lot more glorious. We have moved on from the solo violin to the French horn. And by the way, for those of you who had never seen a French horn, it is this twisty boy over here. Unlike the other brass instruments that we have, for example, trumpets, trombones, and tubas, that where the bell is pointing either forwards or upwards and forwards, the French horn points sideways and or backwards, which changes the way the entire instrument sounds. It is my favorite out of all of the brass instruments. Yes, I know they sit with the woodwinds and people consider them woodwinds. It's made of brass. It's a brass instrument, okay? So... the sound of it is so epic and so royal, and it's a backwards tuba. Not entirely wrong, it doesn't have the range of a tuba, and it's a lot more versatile than the tuba and other horns and other brass instruments, because a French horn can actually play quietly, like proper quiet. That's one of the limitations of the other brass instruments, like the trumpet and the trombones and the tuba, where those instruments are loud. They are insanely loud. But the French horn doesn't have one, but right now we're allowing one to really go at it. Let's see where it goes. Variation of the motif. Very beautiful. And now we bring a doubling. We're having 2 separate instruments. We're bringing a flute. It could be a flute. It could be a piccolo. I think it's just a flute on the higher end. And then we bring trumpets doing staccato. So now we're doing the opposites. We're doing staccato in the trumpets. It's either the trumpet or the trombone. And then we're doing the opposite of staccato, which is legato, in the flute. And you can hear it. So the trumpet is acting as an accent for the melody, for each time the notes hit, and then the flute is holding the notes. Very beautiful way of carrying the theme, another variation of it. And this piece is a good example of orchestration. Orchestration is just a study of picking the right instruments for the right sounds, the right texture. If you want a really good piece that is a study of orchestration, listen to Bolero by Maurice Ravel. It's a really, really good example of orchestration of how the different instruments sound, different combinations of instruments. It's a beautiful piece, and it's just really good. Anyway, let's see where this goes. We take the melody higher. Variation of the motif, still the same motif. Okay, so now we bring a new section. We changed the rhythm a little bit. We're going from the more ominous, more vague rhythm that we had right now to a more straightforward beat. And we are having, I think it's the oboes and clarinets giving us the thing. By the way, for the orchestral, if you don't know what an orchestra looks like, right? So an orchestra is a amalgamation of a lot of instruments. And gaming after this. Yeah, we have a giveaway and then a gaming after this. So when it comes to an orchestra, there are many types of orchestra. This one sounds to be a full orchestra. So when it comes to a full orchestra, you're going to have different sections for different instruments. The first one is going to be your string orchestra. The string orchestra, let's say we have here the conductor. He was going to have his little podium over here where he's going to have the score for everyone. If you're a conductor, you are insane. There's no doubt about it. A conductor notes every single note of every single instrument, every single beat in every person here. And this one sounds like it was a live orchestra, which means the conductor... I have mad respect for conductors, dude. It is insane the amount of skill that you need. I took conducting classes. I know how to conduct. I don't think I have the brain for it. I guess I could if I put enough work into it, but it would be a lot of work. It's really difficult to conduct an orchestra. So yes, we have our string orchestra first, which is first 2 sections of violins. So section violin number 1, section of violin number 2. Depending on the orchestra, a full-sized orchestra is usually going to be 12 of each. So 12 people playing the first violin, 12 people playing the second violin. Then you have a little bit less for the violas, which is going to be usually 10 violas. Then you have the cellos. Which is going to be 8 cellos, and then behind them you're going to have your double basses, which is usually going to be 6 for a full string orchestra. So this whole part over here we call the string orchestra. And right now we had also a solo violin, solo violin, who was playing the things. After that, we have the woodwind section. The woodwind section is going to be, for a full-size orchestra, you're going to have 2 flutes. So flute number 1, flute number 2. Then you're going to have the oboes, and I think they're over here. So oboe number 1 and oboe number 2. Then behind the flutes, I think you're going to have the clarinets. The clarinets number 1, clarinet number 2. 2 bassoons, so bassoon number 1 and bassoon number 2. Then behind them, you're going to have the French horns. So you're going to have anywhere between 2 and 4 for an orchestra. I'm going to say 4. French horns are... It's silly the way it is. And can we get this person banned on Kick, please? It's not a person. So we have the French horn... French horn number 1, followed by French horn 3, then French horn 2, and French horn 4. Why? Reasons. So this is your woodwind section. Then you have the brass, which is going to be your trumpets. So 2 trumpets, trumpet, Jesus Christ, let me actually do this. Trumpet 1, trumpet 2. Then you have the trombones, 2 of them usually next to each other. So trombone 1, trombone 2, and then tuba. Then you have your percussion on this side. So it's usually going to be your timpani. And then behind them, the general percussion. Sometimes you can have harps. So harps usually it's 2. So harp 1 and harp 2. And there you go. This is your standard full orchestra. And right now we are getting, I think, the clarinets and the oboes playing this thing. I just wanted to give you the layout of what an orchestra looks like. So if you look at an orchestra, you will see this layout over here. We usually use this image. This one is a good example, because the New England Conservatory, the NEC Philharmonic, I think it's the New England. I don't remember. But yeah, you know, you can see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 right off a frame for the first violins. We have then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 for the second violins. I think this has 12 each. Then we have the violas over here. We have the cellos, the double basses. This is a more cramped space. Then we have 3 flutes. In this case, 3 flutes with a piccolo. The oboes with the counter oboe. I don't remember the name of this one. We have the clarinets over here with a bass clarinet, the bassoons with a contrabassoon. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 French horns, 2 trumpets, the 4 trumpets, 3 trombones, and 2 tubas. And the bass and the double basses are still behind here. Here you have the timpani. Here you have your percussionist. We have the 2 harps over here, and then we have a keyboard player emulating a piano. So yeah, you can see pretty big and a lot of people that you have to have for an orchestra, and all of them directed by the conductor over here. This conductor knows every single note that every single one of these people are playing at any given time. I remember going to the Boston Symphony Orchestra for a rehearsal because, you know, I was a student at the Berklee College of Music, and I got the privilege to seeing a rehearsal from Andres Nelson's, my favorite conductor. And they were rehearsing. I don't remember what the piece they were rehearsing, but I remember him, like, they were playing the piece and everything, and when they would take breaks, he would be like, oh yeah, this violin, please, this measure, you messed up here. Flute, change this in this other measure. Trombones, please do this differently. And he would just know it all. It's insane. The guy is absolutely insane. But yeah, and now we're having this in instrumentation. I just wanted to go off topic for a second. Let's see where this goes. There's a melody. The trumpets are now playing. So yeah, we go to this new section, and now the trumpets are just... They're doing a very stereotypical thing that the trumpets do, which is the pa-pam, pa-pam, which is usually a very... it's a melody that is very often associated with war and battle. Very much used in the military because it's one of the easier things to play in the trumpet. So hearing it here, combat music, it makes sense. Still live? Yes, we usually are live for about 5 hours, and we're about to hit 3, so... Yes. So yeah, it makes sense for these kinds of cliches to happen. So there you go. How much is the giveaway today? $15. $15. All right, let's see where this goes. Oh, really cool run. So we go back. So when we have this new rhythm going on right now, and we're doing doublings. Another set of doublings with, I think, the violins and the flutes, giving us this very beautiful melody, while the rest is very... the boss you fight while this plays thinks of himself as a great warrior. There you go. That makes sense, because this is a very... This piece sounds very self-aggrandizing in that sense, and the melodies themselves are not being mostly played by the instruments that you would play when you actually aggrandize something. So that explains the discrepancy there. Because yes, the flutes are usually some of the more innocent instruments. The violins is very dramatic, but also very screechy. So if you want a proper aggrandizement of these, you're going to use your clarinets, you're going to use your trombones, you're going to use your trumpets, you're going to use the French horn, which we did have the French horn happening, but it was more of the response section of this. You're going to use your cellos, you're going to use like the more bassy instruments for this kind of stuff, for the more glorious, more masculine essence, so to speak, right? So it explains the discrepancy. There you go. Let's see where it goes. It's a beautiful melody. Yeah, that sounds like oboes. Oh, there you go. And we now bring the tubas and the trombones, giving us that beat, that marching beat with the bass line. Oh, this is so cool with those staccatos. That's what these instruments are built for, man. Oh, let's see where it goes. With still the higher end giving us those partial melodies. We accelerate the rhythm again. And we get call and response. We're now getting the trumpet with, I think, one of the flutes giving us the first top part of the melody, then being responded by the violins. But the violins are doing a held note with the tremolo, which means trumpet is doing something and the other instrument is reacting steadily and steadfast. Which could be the main character. I haven't played Hollow Knight. I haven't finished it because, of course, I haven't. But yeah, it's a cool way of portraying this. Let's see where it goes. Oh, the violins are finally escalating. Ooh, we bring it back down. We bring the original motif. We engage in recapitulation now. Beautiful melody. Let's see where it goes. Yep, pretty much one-to-one recapitulation. With a beautiful... Man, that solo violin is so good. French horns with the flutes. One-to-one recapitulation. Beautiful. Beautiful. The trumpets and flutes playing together beautifully. And of course, bringing these to a higher register, a really, really good way of building tension. Because once again, when you are making music, you are doing one of two things. You are building tension or you are resolving the tension. Point in the middle, we call a cadence. And a lot of the times, a good way of building more towards the cadence by repeating your melody, just bring it up in the register. You can do it via sequencing, you can do it via octave displacement, or you can just turn up the octave. In any one of these... really good. Yeah, this might just be loop. Yeah. Let's see. Like, it might just loop. Let's see. Because this is a one-to-one loop. And I just realized the oboes here, the oboes with, I think it's the flutes, are giving us the same trumpet motif. The pa-pam, pa-pam, the war motif. Yeah, it was first introduced here with the oboes. Which is, the oboe is not usually an instrument associated with war. It's an instrument associated with class. Which means, yeah, it would be like the nobleman calling for war, something like this. So let's see, the hobos, not the hobos, the oboes. Oboe. So, Rumble, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Welcome to the mosh pit. So, yeah, no, oboes, very, very tricky instruments to compose for because of how reedy they are. So, let's see where this goes. Now the trumpets join it. Beautiful run. And the hobos are full. There you go. Let's see. This beautiful melody with a change on... Oh. Beautiful variation. Man, when they're like, every time the oboes just walk in, it's such a fascinating thing because it loses a lot of the gravitas that the piece has had. But now that I know the context of this, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense considering the boss fight. It's very fascinating to see. It really, really is. Fish, welcome today. How you doing? So, yes, let's see. For duels, it's automatic. Rumble. Let's see. How are you going to end this, dog? Yeah, we're back here. With these moments of the unrequited call and response. Violence escalating. Do not fade this out, man. Please do not fade this out. And... there we go. So it does have an ending, and there you go. So it slows down a little bit more in this final loop. We get one last cadence, and we end on a quick high note. Very, very interesting way of ending the thing. Yeah, we had a very brief moment of deceleration. We hit the chord, the high chord, the high note, and that's it. Very, very cheeky way of ending the piece, but considering everything, it makes sense. Man, what a fascinating piece this was. There you go. That was Truth, Beauty, and Hatred from the Hollow Knight Hidden Dreams soundtrack by Christopher Larkin. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here has been to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what's happened here musically. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube video archive thing, thank you for watching. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribe to the channel, whatever term you want to use. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, become a member. Once again, 2 things. Number 1, if we somehow hit 10,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas 2025, which is a real possibility right now, which blows my mind. Thank you once again, everybody, for being here. If we somehow hit it before Christmas 2025, I will take a single fan fiction of the choice of the community. Y'all choose whatever you want. One fan fiction, and I will fully produce, record, and voice act an audiobook for it. Whatever you want. We have to do this legit, though. So no account duping, no botting, nothing like that. Just sharing around, going to the community, bringing people to the community, using the hype function on YouTube, all that kind of stuff, right? I don't know how the hype function functions. It's just Discord, they know how to do it. We have a channel for it. And members get early access to the content. So if you're a paid member on YouTube, you get early access. I schedule the videos for the week on Saturdays, and if you're a paid member on YouTube, regardless of the tier that you're in, you get access to the videos for the week, the day that they're scheduled. Yes, if you want to listen to this without me interrupting every 3 seconds, I will be linking it in the description down below. If you want to request a song and you're not on the live stream, go to the Discord, link down below. Go to the LFA requests channel and follow the instructions on the pinned message. And if you want to catch the streams when they happen live, we aim for Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Central European Time. If you don't live in Europe, that's fine. We have the full up-to-date streaming schedule showing in your local time zone in the Discord and the Twitch, both linked down below. So if you are in, I don't know, somewhere in Kazakhstan, and you're like, but what time is 6 p.m. Central European Time, and what time is that here? Discord, Twitch, both have them in your local time zone. And follow the gaming channel. We have a gaming channel because, of course, we have a gaming channel. Games Are Basterd. That's where we put the video game after show VOD recordings, things. Linked in the description down below, or just search on YouTube for Games Are Basterd. Same username as James R. Basterd. Swap the J for a G, and you got it. And there you go. There you go, man. Hollow Knight has insane music. That was really, really good. Truth, Beauty, and Hatred. Really good stuff, man. But yeah, let's move on.